They make toys made of wood. I love wooden toys. They last. I'm standing there and I'm going, this is brilliant. I don't speak Chinese. And I have a Chinese student with me, and the student says, no, it's not. What? Yell. What? Get angry. What? I love this. No, get angry. Why? Because if you're angry, then the shopkeeper will want to make you happy. He will give you a lower price. And I went, I really love these toys! Thinking that the shopkeeper doesn't speak English. And the shopkeeper comes over and in perfect English says, I know they're great toys, right? And I go, he talks to my student, and my student comes back to me, and then they switch back to English, and he's laughing, and he says, why should I rip you off? I have 1 billion Chinese I can rip off. Now here's my question. When I went to buy toys, where did I go from then on out? I went to the shop. Because it was about creating the value. It wasn't about one sale. So he made a lot of money off of me over 3 years instead of just one sale. All right? Now, sorry, let me come back here. We need a marketing philosophy, and that comes back to our marketing mix. Hint! Marketing mix. Learn it, remember it, love it. We will be going over that right now. So when we talk about marketing, if I have you sit down and we brainstorm, you're going to come up with all of these different things. You're going to say adverts, strategy, research, branding, hint! Definition of marketing. Okay? Do you need it word for word? No, but you need to understand the idea. So marketing is all about promoting your product, your idea, so groups can obtain what they need and want by creating value. In marketing, we got 3 words that you're going to hate. But you're going to hate them so much you will love them. Needs, wants, demands. By the way, that is definitely a hint. We use marketing to fulfill people's needs, to grant their wants, and give them what they demand. Needs, wants, demands. Okay? Now, organizations need to create, communicate, and deliver. Now, by the way, you notice no hint. If there's no hint, I'm going over it fast because it's not on the exam. Unless I think it's something you specifically need to know. Because we have limited time. And really, why are you here on a Friday morning? To learn what you need to pass the exam. I'll be very honest. You'll be honest with me. Right? So I have no need to, I'll just blow through things that aren't on the exam. Oh, here we go. Let's say, hint! Really quick, what do you think gets marketed? Tell me. You said product. Okay, things. What else gets marketed? Services get marketed. What else?
People.
People get marketed. What else?
Events.
Events. Are you cheating and looking at the PowerPoints? You're cheating and looking at the PowerPoints. Events. What else? How about places?
Places, yes.
How about ideas? These are all things that get marketed. So guess what? Hint! You need to know them. For the exam, if you're asked this question, it might be list the things that get marketed and provide examples. Wow, that's not too tough, right? So give me a list of these, provide an example. All right? I'm going to be moving fast, though. We will come back to that in a second. Now, basic activities that marketers engage in. Lies. No, I'm sorry, I'm joking. Come on, guys. Work with me here. All right? The big ones, segmenting, targeting, creating value. Understand, this is Unit 4. We will get into this after we take the prayer time. Okay? And everything in that unit is a hint. Now, we talk about the shifting paradigm. We talked about this. When you were a kid, who had the power? The company or the individual? The company. If you didn't like it, go somewhere else. Now, who has the power? You do. If you don't like it, fine. I'll call Amazon. I'll call soup.com. I'll go on Facebook. And businesses have to react to it. Now, when we talk about it, we got 5 orientations in business practices. Again, I'm not going to read them to you. They're very straightforward, but it's product, production. Those are the 2 big ones. Product, what is it? Production is the making of it. Sales. There are companies whose whole job it is to sell anything. Screwdrivers, pins, waters, people, trips, doesn't matter. Okay? We also have marketing orientation, which is the idea of doing something just for the marketing, and societal orientation. This one is the one I think is the most fascinating. I'm going to talk about it in just a minute. But so here we go. Customer satisfaction. It's all about a satisfied customer. If you're not satisfied, will you go back? No. And the company will lose money. I got a great story about customer satisfaction. You guys have Chili's here in Kuwait, right? Chili's? Yes. Delivery?
No.
Okay. No. So you're guys see how kind of day we're going to have. Chili's. I order from Chili's twice a month. And I've done it for the last 8 years, and they deliver it to my house. For 8 years. 6 months ago, they changed their call center. Now, I have my steak medium rare. Medium rare steak means that it's still bloody. That's generally the best way to get the flavor. For 7 years, I call, I place my order, they deliver my order, no problem. About 6 months ago, I call. I'd like to order a medium rare steak. Sir, we don't deliver medium rare steak. What? You've done it for 7 years. I'm sorry, sir, we don't deliver medium rare steak. Is there a new policy? No. Is there a law? No. Let me talk to your boss. Manager comes on. Hi, I want a medium rare steak. Medium well, yes, sir. No. Medium rare. Oh, sir, I'm sorry, it's blood. We won't deliver that. Why? We just won't do it. You've done it for 7 years. Why won't you deliver a medium rare steak? It's bloody. I know that. Do you want my money? Yes, if it's medium well. Give me your boss. I've gone on 3 levels. Same conversation. Thank you very much. 45 minutes. I go on Facebook. Dear Chili's UAE, thank you so much for losing me as a customer. I've ordered from you every 2 weeks for 7 years. I tell everybody that I know that Chili's is fantastic, but now you won't take my money. All I'm asking for is a medium rare steak. Within 30 seconds, I get 5 different Facebook messages from different companies in Dubai. We will deliver a medium rare steak if you'd like it. Within 7 minutes, I get a phone call. The area director of the entire Middle East for Chili's is calling me on the phone. Sir, you're having a problem? Yeah. I've ordered with you for 7 years. I have about 5,000 friends on Facebook, by the way. And on Twitter, I've got about 20,000 people who follow me. Yeah, I've ordered a medium rare steak from you for 7 years. Sir, your medium rare steak should be there in about 5 minutes. What? Our compliments, sir. We're sorry.
It's free.
Free. Customer satisfaction. If you cannot provide customer satisfaction, people won't come back to you. They will badmouth you and you will lose business. All right? They talk about this being a drill bit. The idea of drilling into something and finding out exactly what they need. That's the slide here. Now, again, the whole idea is to match what our company does with the customers. Oh, wait. 2 of those 3 words. Needs, wants. All right? These are the words that are going to be with you. By the way, what's it say? And! You might need to know this line. All right? So we're talking about customers' needs, wants, demands. Need. Need is a perceived feeling of deprivation, meaning that you think you don't have something and you need it. Something's missing. Wants. This is a form that need is done that is shaped by culture. Okay? Many people have basic needs, but almost unlimited wants. Even in your own daily life. You see that Ferrari sitting out in front of the hotel. Come on, guys, what do you think? Oh, that would be nice. Ladies, you're walking through the shop. Even you see the Ferrari sitting outside. I won't be sexist. You see the Ferrari. Expensive, but nice.
No, that was just mine.
See, that's you like it. Here's a really good example. I live in Dubai. Rolls Royce. As soon as I say that, what should you think? Rolls-Royce. It's a car manufacturer. What else about them? Luxury. They are making 10 special Rolls-Royce Phantoms. Only 10 of them. It costs $2.3 million. 7 of them are on sale in Dubai. The paint is made with crushed pearls. The seats are the finest Italian leather. Everything is handcrafted. The wood is mahogany. Would you like to have that car? Why not? Because if you got in an accident, you could never replace it. But a lot of people think, oh, I would like that car. Is that a need or a want? It's a want. But there are some people in Dubai, it's also status. You're driving a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Yeah, baby. What does that say about you, other than you're rich and arrogant? It says to certain people, power. It says to certain people, respect me. So will they sell those 7 cars in Dubai? They probably will, because there are at least 7 people there who think it is a need. Needs, wants, demands. Our job as marketers are to take our product, our service, our idea, and convince people you need to have it. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, y'all speak to you first and to the ladies. You go to a specific barber. Why do you go to that barber? Why do you go to a barber? Or ladies, why do you go to the hair salon? But why? A haircut or to become beautiful. So the need is, what's the need? Your hair's getting long, you're looking scraggly, you don't look pretty, you don't feel pretty. Same for the guys, let's be honest. If it's really long, we don't look pretty. You don't even want to think about me with long hair. It's really bad. Okay, so the need is, we need to trim it up so our hair doesn't go poof. The want, to look good. The demand is your ability with your money to get what you want. Very plain, very simple. All right, now we have very limited real needs. There's a researcher named Maslow. Have you guys covered him in any other class? A guy named Maslow? Some of you have, some of you don't. Maslow is a researcher, and he made basically a pyramid. And on the bottom of the pyramid is everything you have to survive. What are those things that you have to live? Food, shelter, air, water, protection from the elements. Those are the 5 basic ones. You step up from that, then you go to things like family, your tribe, the people around you. You step up above that, you go to yourself to make you a better person. And then at the very top is what you need to be perfect. So for the needs, we only really have 5 of them. Water, air, shelter, food. Those are our basic needs. What we have to do is convince people what they want. Good example, I have a friend who's a chef. He wants to go to Dubai and open a restaurant. Now, is there a need for restaurants? Do they fulfill a need? Water, air, shelter, food. Restaurants make food. That's a basic need. And so you have to change it a little bit so that it fits with the wants. My friend wants to open a barbecue pork shop in Dubai. Will there be a big want in Dubai for barbecue pork? Probably not. Why? What is the culture? Arabic, Muslim. Pork is haram. It'd be like him coming here. He could have the #1 barbecue pork sandwich shop in Kuwait City. Would he have a lot of wants? No. All right, so this is it. Here's a good example. What's he wearing? Google glasses. The new one, actually, I need to get a picture up, is the Apple Watch. Okay? Is it a need? Do you need to have the Apple Watch? No. The functions in it you might need. Time. I need to know where I'm going. I need to know what I'm doing. I need to know what time it is. Do you want to have the Apple Watch? Some of you will say yes, some of you are like, nope. But you want it because it's newer, it's tech, it's interesting. This is what we do, okay? Now, what we want to do is match what our organization does, our resources, to the needs, wants, and demands of their clients. Another example. You were sitting in this classroom. Why? What is your need and want?
MBA.
You want the NBA. You may need the NBA to get a promotion or something else. So you have the ability to make demands with your money. And that demand is something that fits your schedule, something that's affordable, and something that only takes you 12 classes. One class a month, right?
Yes.
So you can make that demand, and voila, where are we? Here. The resources of Swiss Business School of Alta Rica Management Studies then match with you. What are those resources? What are we giving to you? Knowledge. We're giving you knowledge in the framework, and then at the end, we give you the degree. Needs, wants, demands equals you getting a degree. Is that a great example possibly to use on an essay question? Hint, maybe. Okay. Now, this is only a slight hint. This will be something that comes up possibly in the MCQ questions. But for those of you who have already taken multiple classes, what does that look like? Political, economic, sociocultural,
Environmental context.
technological, environmental, legal, pesto. So what we're talking about is the marketing environment is based on PESTEL that we've done. For new students, don't worry, you'll learn what PESTEL is. All right? You learned it in this class and in others. But our whole marketing environment matches up with the PESTEL that we end up doing. We also throw in our suppliers and our competitors. We want to match all of this stuff together. It's not really that big a deal, so I'm going to skip through this. Uh-oh. Okay. I know you see it. Can you say it with me? And just make sure we're awake. All right. In marketing, we have the 4 P's. We have the 7 P's. 7 P's is for product. No, so 4 P's is for products and 7 P's are for services. So we'll get into the 7 P's a little bit later. But the marketing mix made up of 4 things. Product, place, price, promotion. You need to know this. The 4 P's. And you're going to need to know the 7 P's. Okay, but let's talk about this. Product, what is that? What is a product? The item. The place where the item is sold. Promotion. How are you going to promote it? Advertisement, word of mouth, everything else. And that leaves last, price, which is how much do you charge for it? Again, guys, you know most of this. So here's the example that they use in our PowerPoints. What is it? iPhone. It's an old one. And it's made up of the product. Okay? What is the iPhone? First, you can make phone calls. Second, you can listen to music. Third, you can do multimedia. Fourth, you can take pictures. The first generation of smartphone. It combines all of those things together. Do you guys remember like 20 years ago when you'd go on vacation? You'd have your big bulky camera. You'd have your headphones in a separate thing. You'd have your phone, or 2 phones because you're changing countries. And if you needed to get on the internet, what did you need? A laptop. What do you need now? Where's mine? Mine's sitting over there charging. That's all you need. And can I see yours for a second? Something very interesting I want you to think about. Are you recording? Good man. Perfect. In this hand, there is more computing power than what they used to send people to the moon. You thought about that for a second? With just this, you have a stronger computer than what they sent people to the moon in the 1960s. More data is created and put out in 1 year today than in the entire breadth of human history. This is the world that we live in. Interesting. So, our product, that's what it is. Place, where can you get an iPhone?
On market.
You can get them online. Now you can get them everywhere. When they first came out, you only could get them through the Apple Store or through Apple suppliers. Like the new iPhone, the iPhone 6. When it first came out, who had it first? The Apple stores. And then it would get to other people and they could sell it. Okay? So the place where it's done. Price. Depends on the model, depends on the tariff. But there's a price point. From very expensive down to very cheap. And then last, promotion. Did you ever see any commercials on the TV for the iPhone? No. Did you see any commercials on the internet for the iPhone?
Yes.
Commercials? Really? I just heard everybody talking about it. Everybody and their brother was talking iPhone, 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 iPhone. The PlayStation 4. Everybody knew about it before it ever came out. You don't have to see a commercial for the PlayStation 4 because everybody knows it. Okay? So we talk about this. Now, here's the issue. These four things come together to make your marketing mix. Because, for example, you have to choose as a company which ones you want to focus on. You can't say you've got the cheapest price, you're promoted everywhere, that it's the best product in the world, and what do I leave out? Oh, you can get anywhere? Yeah. Some of these things don't compete very well. So, for example, that Rolls Royce I told you about, $2.3 million. What are they focusing on? Which one of these four are they focusing on?
Product.
They're focusing on the product. It's a luxury automobile. They don't focus on the place. Where can you buy a Rolls Royce in Kuwait? How many places sell them? Just one. It's very exclusive. If you wanted to buy a Snickers bar, a candy bar, what are they focused on? Cheap price and place. Because you can buy a cheap candy bar pretty much everywhere. Every petrol station, every supermarket, any place that you stop will sell water and a cheap candy bar. So your company has to focus on which of these you want to hit on. So again, hint, all of this is part of the whole thing we've just been talking about. So if you focus on price, it's about the lowest price. If you focus on promotion, it's about selling, promoting the product. I don't know how many of you sit at home during the day and watch TV, like me, because I'm lazy. Come on, that was a good joke. I got a couple of smiles. But when you're sitting at home watching TV during the middle of the day, what are the commercials that are on? Laundry soap? Hand soap? Furniture? All of these are the ones that are on between the programs. Why? Why do we use that as our promotion? Who buys, generally, laundry soap? Come on, ladies, you can tell me.
Housewives.
Do you or your husbands buy the laundry soap?
Housewives.
Housewives. And housewives are sitting at home. Now, they're not sitting there doing nothing and sleeping. They're working around the house. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But if they're watching a show, and it comes on and says, oh, look, use this hand soap for your children. That's not marketed to you guys. It's marketed to the ladies who are at home because generally they're the ones buying it. If you think about what you watch, guys, because I picked on the ladies a little bit there, but on the programs you watch, like football, the commercials that come on between football matches, what are they about?
Gillette.
Shaving, cars, noted, cologne, yeah, and perfume sometimes, restaurants. Now you see the ladies are now really, they're going, I see what they're doing there. Or if you look at cartoons like the Disney Channel, those adverts and commercials are about toys and going out to McDonald's. We're targeting our market, okay? What about the product? We go with the luxury products, the high-end products, and place. Where can you get it? So these four are our 4 Ps: price, promotion, product, and place. Please note, hint! We have goods. Goods are a product. We got 2 kinds of goods: durable goods, and we have non-durable goods. A durable good is something that lasts. Something that will last for 6 months, something that will last for 2 years. It's made out of something like wood or like these desks. This is a durable good. If you're selling this, do you have a date that you have to sell this by? Oh, you can hold it for years. It's not going to rot. Non-durable goods are things that go bad, things that rot. Okay? And these are things that will fall apart. Now, services. We're going to get back to services. We have a whole unit on them. All right? But for services marketing, what we're doing is we're talking about rented goods and owned goods, but we're doing things through services, such as I own a car. I rent my car that I own to you for you to drive it. It's a service. It's not a good. You don't own it. You're using my item as a service. Okay? Owned goods and services are kind of the same thing. Okay, wait a minute. Stop. I got to back up. I got going too fast. Rented goods and services. This right here is a good example of a rented goods or services. We are renting, the hotel rents out this room to be used for anything. So our company, do we own this hotel? Not yet. Okay? We rent out the facility from someone else to use. That is a rented goods or service. I needed to clear that up because that comes in the MCQs. And owned goods or services would be, I own my car, I'm renting it to you. I own the lawnmower, I am renting it to you so you can cut your grass. Okay? Because I just realized I was going too fast. All right? And then we have non-good services. This is like a tutor, a lawyer, an accountant. That's the one that we have the whole unit on, so you don't have to worry about it, okay? Generally, also, notice no games. Now, yes, come back to this one. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you say about non-good service?
Non-goods and services are just any service that you provide to someone else. Your specific service, a hairdresser, a cook, a chef. So you pay someone to come into your house and cook you a meal. You're hiring their service and their ability. We have a whole unit on this, so we're not going to worry about it, okay? Now, by the way, hands! In marketing, we talk about two groups. Business to consumer and business to business. In answering your essay questions, you have to answer both business to consumer and business to business. So we just talked about business to consumer stuff. Now B2B marketing is very different. It's also a lot more, let me put that last one up so you can get the whole thing. It's a lot more money. Really quick, in your business, where do you make most of your money? Off of consumers or off of other businesses? Off of other businesses. It's an 80-20 usually is about what it is. Most companies make 80% of their business from other businesses and only about 20% from their customers. So the example here that they use is Caterpillar. Caterpillar makes construction equipment. They make the diggers, they make the bulldozers, they make everything else. Who do they sell those to? Construction companies, and that company then uses their tools to build. Caterpillar's not going to sell a bulldozer to you to make your house. I don't think you need a gigantic $100,000 bulldozer to make one house. The company that makes your house will use it because they'll use it to make 1,000 houses. Okay? Now, this is also, you notice the hint? Incredibly important. Everything in our chapter leads to this. Now, before you freak out and say, I have to memorize this whole thing. No, you don't. What is the marketing mix? We just said it. 4 things. Product, price, place, promotion. So guess what? Product. B2B, B2C. Promotion. B2B, B2C. Distribution. Distribution. Product, promotion, price, and distribution is place. Distribution. Here you go. Price. Here you go. So if you're asked to compare business to business and business to consumer using the marketing mix, product, promotion, place, price. You literally can draw this as a table. And then it will say, provide an example of each. Okay? This is chapter 1. We're done. Just that fast. All right? This is how fast I'm going to go through all of our units. There's actually 2 units that are not even on the exam. I'm going to go over them fast because I'm supposed to. But literally it's going to be, okay, this. It's just to give you a knowledge on those units. All right, so this is unit 1. Do I have any questions concerning needs, wants, demands? Any questions?
Again, please, business to business.
Okay, so business to business, that's this, right? Business to business is bigger. Your company does usually more business in B2B over B2C. All right? It is organized sales and purchases of goods. So you're organizing it, you're marketing to them. We have another whole thing on physically the demographics of marketing to business. But in business to business, you have different ways of purchases. A good example is Caterpillar. You can use that on the exam. Caterpillar makes the bulldozers that construction companies use, B2B. They're not going to sell you a bulldozer. Well, they will. They'll happily take your money, but you don't need it. All right? When we come to here, then what you do is, hint, this is a hypothetical question that might come on the exam, something like compare and contrast business to business and business to consumer using the marketing mix. So this table is your best friend. All right, so the product in business to business is very technical because it's there. Here it's service is important, but it's less for business. So the product is the physical one item. Business to business, you're selling hundreds of items. Okay? Promotion. In business to business, you have a person you call at that company, or they call you. It's all about a relationship. It's all about friendship. It's about wasta. Let's be honest. You buy and sell from them. We have another unit that gets into this a little bit more, but there we go. If it's promotion for the consumer, it's all about advertising, getting the word out. Apple iPhone 6, 30% off. Who does that work on? Business to consumer or business to business? Business to consumer, because if you're business to business, you want it for a lot more than 30% off. You're buying 10,000 of them to sell, so you want it for 70% off. Okay? Distribution. In business to business, you use straight distribution channel from the manufacturer to the seller. In business to consumer, there are many more levels. We're going to get into this. We have a whole chapter on that. Okay? And then last is price. If it's business to business, you might make a bid, open a bid. We need a maid service. We're open for bids from all of the maid service. Who will charge us the least, and then we'll make our decision. Business to consumer, it doesn't work that way. You don't stand up and say, I need a new car. Who's going to sell it to me for the cheapest? I wish. That would be really nice. But it doesn't, okay? So that's what we're talking about. And then you can reduce things. Does that answer your question? Kind of? It's okay? All right. That's unit 1. Let's get through unit 2 before we stop. What time is it? How fast are we going?